to get into 15 daily routines for busy, self-aware leaders. I don't know, as busy professionals and high agency leaders, we often struggle with the demands of our time and energy. Yet I feel like the most successful leaders that I see are often those with a strategic daily routine. And they use leverage building habits that compound in productivity, creativity, and then I feel like number one, emotional clarity. So for me, these aren't indulgences. They're high impact leadership routines. And if they're practiced and you understand that these small, maybe not even seem like that big of a deal, daily habits drive long-term success. Just like every day, if you purchase $10 worth of stock, in 20 years, what would you have? So from mindful morning rituals to creative micro breaks, these 15 routines that I design, I believe can fit into your full schedule, and they guaranteed will elevate your performance. So each habit is presented more in kind of a personal, these are some of the things that I do every day. I don't get all 15 done, but I try to incorporate as many as I can in the day. And then in my journaling, I go back and look and see which ones I skipped or if I'm skipping one. So it helps me, especially when I get too busy. So number one, leverage idle moments with on-the-go reading. One of my favorite productivity hacks is using the Kindle or Apple Books app whenever I find myself waiting in line. Or if I need a quick break, I'm going to read for 5 minutes. I'm going to read for 10 minutes. But if you're waiting in line at the DMV, or you're having to wait in line while you're getting your vehicle serviced at the dealership, read pages. That's it. Don't do anything else. Have it. I have it right where my Apple books and my Kindle, they're both there, and that's it. I think it's really important that we understand that the average CEO reads around 50 to 60 books a year. Imagine how much ground you could cover by turning these idle minutes into learning. And it only enriches my knowledge, but it lets the time go by quicker. And it keeps me calm and patient during these difficult waiting times, especially for me. And it's a leverage routine. It gains insights, and it shocks me how many books I've actually read just in my times waiting around. I'm waiting for, your partner to get ready. So you got 15 minutes, sit on the chair and open the app. If you get into the habit of this, I guarantee you'll be shocked about how many books you read. Number two, walk and learn with podcast power walks. Podcast power walks, that's what I call them. Every day I carve out time for a short walk. Sometimes I go 45 minutes, sometimes I go an hour, sometimes I go an hour and 15. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're out in nature walking. Pick your favorite podcast, play it through your headphones. Pick a podcast where you can learn from, where it educates you, whether it's history, whether it's, something that you do, with your work. But this routine serves two purposes. It gets my body moving and my mind learning. And I think there's an evolutionary benefit here. We as humans are built to walk. And we tend to think more clearly while walking. I don't know how many times I've had great ideas either in the shower or walking, but it's only those two. I have helped build companies or had major breakthroughs with a product off of walking. In fact, a Stanford study found that walking can boost creative inspiration significantly. And I'll put the study in the show notes. But I've noticed that as I walk and listen to insights, whether it's hopefully this leadership show, psychology podcast, industry news, whatever it may be, it begins to spark. The sparks begin to happen. I'm getting the blood flow and creative ideas begin. And so now what I have to do is I open my notes, my Apple Notes app, and I just record. If you hit the record button on Apple Notes, it'll transcribe what you're saying. And then I just say the idea and then go right back to my podcast. And I've had so many notes, like pages full, just off of when I begin to flow while I'm walking. It's like my brain goes into this relaxed yet focused mode. And the habit feels rewarding because I come back from the walk, I feel energized, and I have a new idea perspective. So not only am I tapping into my ancestral habits of taking in stories while on the move, but I can schedule these podcast-powered walks as breaks between meetings. Maybe Go for a walk right before a meeting or right after a meeting. You're going to come back informed and recharged, I guarantee you. And research shows that even a brief walk can elevate focus and creative thinking. Number 3, handwritten clarity with a Moleskine to-do list. I know in this digital age, using a classic Moleskine journal and a good pen can be something that sounds old-fashioned, but let me tell you something. When you get a nice Moleskine, find whatever company it may be, find something super nice that you're going to like, that you'll treasure, and then get a great pen. You don't have to get like a Mont Blanc or something like that. If you can afford it, great. Take the investment and buy that and have it there. Have it in your briefcase. Have it sitting there ready to do your daily to-do list. And I know this all sounds old school, but it's a powerful practice. Each morning, I make my coffee and then I jot down my top priorities and tasks for the day on paper. It's tactile. It's an act of writing. It forces me to clarify. It forces me to have this emotional connection with the paper and the pen. And it turns out, this just isn't in my head. Writing by hand engages more of your brain and can improve memory and focus. Scientific America has a whole article on this. And I get to draw a little satisfaction from checking off or crossing out tasks, which they've said gives you a dopamine boost. And it motivates you. I love it, especially if I forget, I go back and look at the last day, and I go down and I'm like, yep, did that. Yep, got that done. Oh, that's cool. So guys, get a high quality journal, what you can afford. If you can afford a $5 journal, buy a $5 journal. If you can afford a $50 journal, get a $50 journal. If you want some special skin that's going to cost you all the money and you got that, get that. Make it be significant for you so that you value it. And when you externalize tasks on the paper, it frees your mind, at least for me, to focus on the thing I talk about all the time, and that's execution. Not just remembering what to do, but getting it done. And these are my clear priorities. This is what I came with over a cup of coffee. This is what's going to happen. Next one's super easy, guys. You can do this right now, hot, cold shower rituals. And Ben Greenfield talks about this, the fitness entrepreneur and others. This is super simple to do. Start off with warm water, then finish with a burst of cold for 30 to 60 seconds. You can work up to that. The cold jolt's going to trigger a flood of alertness. It's like, it's better than a caffeine shot. There's nothing better than being in a cold shower for 60 seconds, but you got to work up to that. So go hot, go warm, do whatever. Click it for, go kind of cool for 10 seconds. And then the next day, the next day, do 12 seconds, do 15 seconds, make it a little bit. Your body will get used to it. And next thing you know, you're going to come out of there feeling invigorated. And for me, I get mentally sharp. I think it builds resilience too. Like choosing discomfort first thing in the morning can like train my mindset to kind of like eat the frog. I'm going to have more grit during the day. I'm going to have more challenges during the day. But guess what? I did this. I didn't wuss out on this. And on days when I feel groggy, it resets my energy. So if some of you guys have cold plunges, that's great. That's awesome. But this is a very, very simple one. And it's going to pay dividends. Trust me. Try it. Number 5, mindful morning coffee ritual. Rather than gulping down coffee or grabbing the cheap-ass coffee or Keurig's, yuck, guys, such gross coffee. It's in plastic, hot water. It's not good for you. Make a morning pour-over coffee. That's the best way. Make it a mindful ritual. Invest as much as you can into quality beans that you love. Go do research online, and it's going to be so much fun for you. And I want you guys to do this. Go online and say, find the best roasters in America, and then buy from them. Get like 3 or 4 different, like half a pound of coffee from each of them, and get the habit. Get in the routine. Filter the water. Take the time to brew. Savor the process. And I know this sounds like a luxury, but I'm telling you, it's going to pay off huge. Why? Because the act of brewing coffee slowly, feeling the aroma, hearing the water drip, it becomes like a mini meditation. It's an easy meditation that you could do. And you're going to get the best coffee you've ever had in your life. You don't have to run. It tastes Starbucks says burnt coffee, guys. It tastes way better than that. And for me, it centers me in the present moment. and signals my brain that it's time to wake up and focus, even before the caffeine kicks in. And this simple daily ritual is fun, guys. It's super fun. And when you take that first step from amazing coffee, and you can dial it in, they even have apps for this if you want. You can get certain type of grind for the coffee, and then you adjust the temperatures, and you can play around the temperatures, and then you just pour it over that coffee with that filter. It's so awesome, and it's not even that expensive, guys. It's so simple. Make this a contra ritual in the morning. Do pour over coffees. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Number 6, curated learning in place of TV. After a long day, I know it's tempting to flop down and watch mindless TV. I get it. I used to do the same thing, but then I felt more drained and I just get tired and I fall asleep on the couch. Till I discovered YouTube TV. You say, what is that, Jason? YouTube TV, whether you have an Apple TV, you can get the YouTube app, or Roku, even on the, you can buy a $200 TV and it has the YouTube app on it. You can buy premium YouTube and you have no commercials. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to go through it. I want you to subscribe to everything that you love. Whatever it is, hobbies that you love. Maybe it's, you love aquariums, horseback riding, archery, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And then people that you love to listen to that you learn from. And then industry news and industry leaders, things that you want to learn from. Those, I want you to subscribe to all of those. I probably have 200 channels I subscribe to. And then in the evening tide, instead of channel surfing or going to Netflix, you're going to have intentional and curated mini classes and documentary sessions for you. This gives me a time, and I've gotten where I love it. I choose the YouTube TV app over Netflix. I just love learning, and I know a lot of you are perpetual learners, but this routine gets me going in a good way. And it sets me up. And even I have my journal right there, a nice journal that we bought. It's sitting right there. And guess what it's doing? It's waiting for me to get an idea from YouTube TV. And it's on my big screen. So, I've got a 75-inch TV and I can watch the podcast or whatever it may be right up there. And it's so fun. And like I said, it don't just have to be like industry specific. Maybe like me, you're into marketing. And so, I subscribe to all the marketings, but I also love like fish breeding on aquariums. I found some guy in Australia and I don't even have a fish tank, but I love watching his videos. It's so fun. There's so many personal hobbies and things that you can watch that's entertaining, and it's getting your brain jazzed up in a good way. Then after you watch a little bit of those, unplug and unwind. Make an intentional nighttime routine. How do we end the day? Maybe it's peppermint tea. Maybe it's the nighttime tea that helps you fall asleep with melatonin in it. Whatever it is, gradually unplug. What does that feel like to you? We have to have quality sleep as a high performer. You're not going to be creative and a high agency person if you haven't had good sleep. You need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, period. Some of you out there are freaks like Jocko Willink and stuff, where you have a gene inside of you that you can go on 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep. But most of us, that's not sustainable. I get minimum of 7 hours. I have that Aura ring and it tells me, it keeps track of all my sleep. Whether it's you have Whoop or whatever it may be, Fitbit, keep track of your sleep. It's an investment in tomorrow's productivity, guys. You want peace and mindfulness, whether it's keeping it, one of the best things I found, whether it's Sleep Foundation or whatever it may be, and you can go to sleepfoundation.org, keep the temperature in your room around 65 Fahrenheit. If you need to put a little air conditioning in there, unit, you can open your window. I love doing that, but keep it cooler in your room. Don't have it where it's hot and you're having to pull the sheets over you. You're not going to sleep well. If you don't believe me, get one of the sleep monitors and put it at 65 or colder. Because evolution psychology, guys, we were made to sleep in the cold. Think about it. Our bodies like it when it's cold. We can put blankets on us. That's fine. Great. Put blankets on us. But we want to breathe in that cold air. It helps us. And you're going to sleep way better. Watch your sleep score. It's amazing. Number 8, fuel for the week. Guys, do meal prep on Sundays. I know you're a busy professional. It's tough to cook. Getting balanced meals is almost crazy. I watch too many leaders use Uber Eats, and they're just eating garbage all week long, and they don't understand why they can't lose weight. For me, I cook. Right before this podcast, I just ate a meal that I made from Sunday. And it had black beans in it, white rice, and chicken breast. And I love eating that, and it tastes delicious. I have different flavors and different things, whether I do vegetables sometimes. But guys, you have to have these balanced meals. They're going to help you. They're going to nourish your body for peak performance. You don't want to crash on junk food or energy drinks or any of those things. Now, yes, I will have a Coke Zero or something to treat myself. And I know that's some of you guys are like, oh my God, Jason, that's so horrific. But it's got zero sugar, whatever. I do enough, so I'll treat myself occasionally. And it's kind of like front loading the effort on the weekend. And to me, meal prepping creates leverage. It creates leverage for when I'm busy. And I can work. Maybe it's noon, maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2, and then I'm starting to get hungry. I can run to the microwave here in my office, pop it in there. A minute and a half, 2 minutes later, I've got a healthy, good meal ready to go that's delicious and good for me. And it costs like nothing. If you can afford it, get a meal prep service. Have them come. Some people even, I have a friend of mine, he has a chef that comes and makes them all and then puts them in his fridge. And it's not that expensive. There's meal prep companies online. If you can afford that, do that. Number 9, morning mindfulness or meditation. High agency leaders know that managing their mind is as important as managing their time. Short morning meditation, guys, are breathing practices. Sitting in silence, focus your breathing. There's plenty of apps, 10 minutes or less. You can start off, there's 2 minutes, there's 5 minutes, there's 7 minutes, there's 10 minutes. They're on YouTube, they're everywhere. I like it because meditation puts me in a responsive state rather than a reactive state. I don't get as rattled by surprises or setbacks because I've already kind of calmed, myself. I have a calm center in the morning. So when I do the meditation, like I said, I've done it for 2 minutes. Just breathe for 2 minutes and relax. It's like, for me, strength training for your mental resilience. And as you practice it, you're going to notice increased focus during the day. And you're going to be way more patient. And I know you say, I don't have time to meditate, but you have 2 minutes. I guarantee you that. And you can do a breathing exercise for 2 minutes. Like I said, they're free on YouTube. There's apps for mindfulness and meditation and all that. But that's a big help. Number 10, practice daily gratitude. Guys, I've been doing this one here lately, and it's blowing me away. It's training your mind to look for the good and maintain perspective. As leaders, we're mechanics. We always want to fix things, right? I just did a podcast. I'll be releasing it here soon about not being a mechanic, but being a gardener. And I'm going to tell you something. When you practice daily gratitude, whether you write it down or whether you just say it, it is so amazing. And I've been doing kind of a gratitude prayer. So I pray for the people at the office. I pray for those that I'm working with. I pray for those that I know that don't really like me or have issues with me. And one of the things that as a leader that we need to really understand is being appreciative of things. What's present, what's positive. Not what's going wrong and what's next on the to-do list. This gratitude gives me these ripple effects where I feel more optimistic. And they've even proved it. Like it creates more happiness, more emotional well-being. There's studies. Health.harvard.edu has a huge study on this, guys. And you can write in your moleskin as you're writing in the morning. But for me, having these gratitude prayers, it turns what we have into it now. And I'm thankful for the things that I have. I have a lot of great things. Yeah, I earned it. Yeah, I worked my ass off to get it, but I need to be grateful for it. Not what's next, what's next, what's next. Practice daily gratitude. Pray for the people that are around you. Be thankful for them. Thank them. You say, well, Jason, this person is horrific. I can't handle them in my life. Yes, you can. They're a learning lesson for you. You're irritated at them because they're a mirror reflecting back what you need to work on. They're your greatest. You should have the most gratitude for them out of anybody. Number 11, plan and prioritize each day proactively. Rather than starting the morning in a reactive mode like most of you do, you're going straight to your fucking emails. It's the worst thing you can do as a high-performing leader. Plan your day with intention. Yeah, you may, like me, I like to do the to-do list habit with the coffee, it being mindful. But it's more about having this mindset of prioritization. And after writing my task list, what's the MITs, the 1 to 3 most important tasks? What really needs my focus today? And if I got this one thing done today, I could say I had a productive day. And that needs to be my focus. And it's so funny what's going to happen when you start to do this. This is hilarious. You're going to see that you procrastinate on that one thing every time. But as you begin to like, well, I have to commit to myself. It's a mental thing. So funny how all this working out, everything's mental. And if I decide what matters most ahead of time, then I can't play any tricks in my mind about it. So it's like, no, I promised myself I was going to do this today. This is my MIT, my most important task. So I'm going to do this right now, even though I don't feel like it. And guess what always happens to me? Guys, I always think this thing, it's going to take 3 hours. It's going to be forever. But you know what happens? It gets done in like 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes at the most. And I procrastinate for no reason. Just my brain being lazy. The little bitch that's in my brain. Even if the day goes haywire and the day goes to shit, but I get the number one priority done, I feel like I aligned with myself. I made a promise to myself. I kept it. And I aligned with my long-term goals. It's so satisfying. And I've talked to you guys 100 million gazillion times about firefighting, how most managers, most leaders firefight. There's running fire to fire and they never get anything done. This is the opposite of that. Plan and prioritize each day practically. Let me move on. Number 12, move your body daily beyond steps. I know we talked about walking and listening to podcasts and learning. Exercise just isn't for the body. It's a huge boost of the brain and the mood. It lets you live longer too. Break a sweat. Get your heart rate up. A 7-minute HIIT routine on a brisk stair can be hugely effective. You go for a walk and then you get your heart rate up, a micro workout they call them. They're doing more and more studies on this and finding that it's crazy. 7 minutes, guys. Climb up the stairs real fast. Do walking meetings. And then while you're doing the walking meeting, talk. I know obviously you don't want to get like too crazy, but then right after you get off the call, do 7 minutes. Get your heart rate up. Kind of walk like super fast. Do some push-ups, stretches. Super simple. Do squats. I do air squats all the time. I love doing air squats. I also have a kettlebell and I can just, you'll be shocked at how many times you pick up the kettlebell. If you'll just make it a mindful practice, pick up the kettlebell and do some air squats. Pick up the kettlebell, do some curls with it. Whatever you feel like doing, just do it. Kettlebell swings. I do those all the time. If you do 5 times a day, 20 times, you just did 100 kettlebell swings. That's a crazy workout. It's consistency over intensity. You're better off doing 7, 15 minutes every day than some 2-hour gym marathon that you do once a week. And over time, you're going to build stamina and resilience. And you know what's the great part about it for me is it gives me self-respect. And that's what I need as a self-aware leader. I need to have self-respect for myself. 13, just a few more, guys. Start your day tech-free, digital boundaries. Don't grab the emails, guys. Don't grab the phone. Don't get into that reactive mode. Stress will spike. They've done studies on this. You're not going to have mental clarity. You cannot grab it. Put in, Andrew Gimmerman talks about this, that he does it, and he has other leaders that puts it in a safe. I'm going to put my phone in a safe, or put it in a drawer, whatever you have to do. Don't look at it. Don't get the digital flood. Give yourself the gentle, focused ramp up in the morning. People can wait. All of this can take making the coffee, journaling, take 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to do it all. They can wait 30 minutes. And if you're me, you get up super early. Most of the time, I beat my emails. I beat everything else, unless it's from the night before, and that can wait. They don't need to hear from me. If I get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, they don't need to hear from me till like 7:30. By then, I'm already cruising. Be proactive. Don't be reactive. Don't let tech ruin your day. Don't let notifications be on your phone. That sense of agency, first thing in the morning, it's one of the worst things that you can have. It's not valuable, guys. Number 14, step outside for morning sunlight. This is what I'm talking about. Get on the porch, get natural light, go out there. Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about this. He's a neuroscientist. He's hugely big on this. Get out there, look at the sun a little bit. He talks about all of this. Take your dog out, whatever it is. Get in a morning routine. Even dark and cloudy days can, if you go out there a little bit longer, can do that. Or you can get a light therapy lamp. Real daylight. It's it's going to help you. If you have problems falling asleep at night, it's because of this. You've got to get your natural clock to work for you, not against you. And then lastly, visualize your day and goals. Number 15, the final habit. It's more mental, but extremely powerful, guys. A daily visualization or intention setting practice. Spend a couple minutes visualizing what a successful day look like. You know what? I'm going to eat the frog this morning and I'm going to talk to Jim. I've been putting Jim off and I know he aggravates me, but I'm going to talk to him and I'm going to have gratitude for him. I'm going to have a gratitude prayer as I'm driving, and I'm going to talk to Jim and I want to see really what he wants to talk to me about. He's been dying to talk to me. So I need to see what it is. And I'm going to listen and I'm going to learn something from him. And I hope to empower him as a leader so that he can, if he's jazzed and pumped up about something, let me be pumped up with him. If it aligns with our vision or our goal, or if it's something new that's creative and he's excited about it, let's have him go in that direction. I'll listen and then I'm going to be like, hey, why don't you put a PowerPoint together for the team next meeting? And I want you to go over this. Let's look at like, how much are the resources going to cost? What's this going to cost, Jim? Go on and on, do all of that. Like, how much time is there a way we can find, like, maybe we're not going against the job that you're doing now, but we could find some extra time. If Jim's pumped and motivated about a project like that, I guarantee you'll find the time. Determine what success looks like for the day. What does it look like for you guys? If you do the morning meditation, you're sipping your coffee, you're going through your journal, and then visualize it. Visualize it. Look at the task. Visualize the task. You know what you're doing? You're training your subconscious to notice opportunities, and you're priming, keyword guys, priming yourself to behave in ways that align with your goals. And we're trying to be self-aware leaders, right? This cultivates a strong mental vision, and it will significantly impact your daily decisions. And I believe ultimately your trajectory. Guys, incorporate these 15 daily routines. You're going to see a huge difference. Maybe you start 3 or 4 of them. Maybe it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes a day, whatever it may be. Leadership to me is often about consistency and modeling the behaviors we wish to see for that self-respect. And by embracing these daily rituals, you not only are going to enhance your own life, but you're going to set an example of what intentional living looks like to your family, to your friends, to your workplace. You can have conversations at work about this. So guys, if I could hold up a drink now, I like to drink Dos Equis. If I could hold up a Dos Equis with lime, I'm going to cheers to you. Here's to productive mornings, creative afternoons, restful nights, and all the sustained success that follows you. Your future self, your team, your family, your loved ones, everyone will thank you for the habits you nurture today. Keep leading with attention.